Welcome back, everybody, to the Time Center podcast. It has been a minute, but we are finally back with a full house of guests. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about Marvel and DC, and we're going to have a part 2 to this. So this is actually going to be 2 videos long, and it's going to be Marvel versus DC characters, who would win. But I'm going to go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves right before we get started.
Hi, guys. I'm Nate.
That's Nate, guys.
I followed your instructions to the T.
Hello, my name's Baron.
I'm Nick. Real happy to be back. 3rd episode on the pod.
Yes, sir. And then you got the co-host over there.
Caster McVeigh.
That is not true at all. But let's go ahead and let's get into the podcast.
Oh, wait.
What?
We also have members of our studio audience. Let's hear it from y'all back there. Little hand clap, little shout.
Yeah!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
There's so many of them. They're everywhere. A lot of people say so.
All right, getting political.
No, we need to stop
right
that.
off the bat.
All
This
right.
is getting demonetized.
Subtle mockery.
So
Wait, no.
the 2 topics we got for part 1, we got Marvel and DC, and our thoughts were where the franchises are at and what to expect from the upcoming movies and what is the state of both franchises right now. And then we got who would win for part 2. So let's go ahead and get into the first part, our thoughts on Marvel and DC right now, and what's the expectations for the future. Whoever wants to start this up first, go ahead.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
absolutely zero expectations for anything Marvel Cinematic going forward.
It's fair.
Just given the last several years of less than stellar productions. As far as DC, I'm very hopeful. They brought in James Gunn. You'll know from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Speaking of the mic, please.
I am hopeful with James Gunn that the film is going to pop off. Guardians of the Galaxy was fun. It was campy. I think it was a good fit, for the cast. Chris Pratt, of course, he's a clown. I thought it was great. With the new DC, especially with us making an exit from the Snyderverse, which was such an improvement over Joss Whedon's.
Rubbish.
I want to be careful. I don't want to get anybody demonetized.
Your nonverbals are really incredible. Thank you.
For that. But hopefully the film is going to be good. I'm hopeful. So I'm not going to go into it with any type of preconceived idea. I think I've shared my feelings on that.
Good job.
I'm going to take over from here then. So as far as Marvel, I agree. The past few years have been rough. I think they really shot themselves in the foot with the multiverse stuff. They tried to do too much, and it ended up backfiring. I will say this. I watched the new Captain America movie, which I feel is a little underrated. I thought it was pretty good. Still could have been better, which has been kind of the norm for Marvel nowadays. I will say with the new Avengers movies being announced, especially with the new Fantastic Four movie, the Thunderbolts movie, I remain optimistic because I'm a Marvel fan. I've been watching this stuff for years. So I remain hopeful. I'm also reasonable. I know that it could very well be just like it's been the past 3-4 years. But I'm remaining hopeful for that. A lot of people are saying that they don't like the new Fantastic Four trailer. Again, I think it could be really good. I will say this is probably their last chance to get it right because the past 2 or 3 that they've had have been just bad.
I have a question. The Fantastic Four are rooted in antiquity. If they came on the scene all at once new in this era, in this century, in this decade, would they use the name Fantastic Four?
Ooh, he's looking for some brain rot, a new brain rot name. So Baron, I think we'll refer to you on what they would be called today.
What?
The 4 big booms.
What would the 2025 Fantastic...
Yeah, Fantastic has fallen out of fashion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tried.
Okay.
But
Put a pin in it and come back to it.
Okay.
But to continue as far as DC,
Back to
anyway,
me.
Okay,
we are not
never
straying
mind.
off the path on this
I
one.
liked where you were going with it.
It's very,
It
very
needs,
thought
it
provoking.
needs some time to come up with a good name.
Yeah,
In like 18
I'll let
minutes,
that.
I'm
I'll let
coming.
that question marinate for a minute, and while that marinates, I do like
Percolate.
that.
You like percolate?
Yeah, I love
If
percolate.
you can spell,
What is
if
that?
you can spell percolate,
Matriculate?
you can say spell percolate right. I'll give you $10.
No, I'm good. I don't need that $10 that
$20.
bad.
Not you, Baron. Not you, Baron.
Make it 30. I'll take an attempt at it. But as far as the new DCU coming up, I watched the trailer for the new James Gunn movie, for the new Superman movie. Loved it. I know a lot of people that are such pro Snyderverse. I love the Snyderverse. I thought it was great. I keep an open mind as far as this new generation of DC movies, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. And remaining very optimistic as far as that. Hopefully, this will be their chance to actually outdo Marvel for a change.
Do you feel like having Crypto the Super Dog makes it too campy?
A little bit, yeah. But that also is like,
I know it's canon to the comics.
yeah.
But again,
I'll put it simply. I don't think it's necessary to the plot.
Haven't the DC movies just been like overly self-serious, and that's kind of been a hindrance for them? So isn't it good
It's a pretty
that
eclectic taste.
they're getting campier?
maybe.
I've actually never seen any of the DCU movies.
It could be argued.
I'm
that's
not
the
even
problem
sure
with
why I'm
Marvel
on this
movies
podcast,
nowadays.
but I haven't seen a Marvel movie since Infinity War. I didn't even watch Endgame.
It could be argued that the campiness is the reason Marvel's been doing so bad lately.
I want to interject for a second. I actually
Not familiar.
had one of our studio audience members brought something to my attention. Potentially the new Fantastic Four, given that their name and title was steeped in antiquity. Is that how we put it?
Quote Tom Bragg.
Antiquity.
Well, I cannot remember.
$10 word.
I got you. Watch this. Watch this.
but
Hold on. I got to spell this for money.
We could.
Dang it.
We could see something. In order to make it relevant to our current generation, we could see something like the Skibbity Four.
Yeah. Maybe the I Show Speed
Will
4.
you spell that?
I show 4.
I will. It's SK. S is in Sam.
Like you said.
You were on the phone, Sam. S is in Sam. KIBIDI. Skibbity.
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 And Skibbity Fortnite.
And it's like a cool word.
It's like Ohio Riz.
It's very Sigma.
It is very cool. Yeah, it's Sigma.
It's like, yeah, it's cool.
Sigma Trillionaire grind set with the KillianMurphy.jpg.
God.
I think if you use that word, you will use so much energy trying to re-educate the old people about what it means. Because I still don't have it.
Okay, before hold
So
on.
what about
Hey,
my
we're almost to 10
contemporaries?
minutes.
Hold on.
Are all
Before,
my contemporaries absolutely cut out of DC Comics now, the Marvel Universe?
Yeah, you're not the target audience anymore, Tom.
Anyway,
Okay.
back to antiquity.
well, hold on. Hey, wait.
Future's now.
No,
And while we're
no.
Q.
And while we're doing this,
I-T-Y.
how come everybody
Did
now,
I
old
spell it
man.
right? Did I spell it right?
Bro, okay, hold on. Before we get any
What are we
further,
talking about anymore?
we got to take a break. The break
no
real quick.
more age
Then we'll be back.
discrimination.
This is ageism.
What are we talking
Okay,
about?
well, we will be back. All right, everyone, we are back. So we had a
We're
little
back.
bit of a
So back.
break in between to take care of something that was said in between. So
Hint, hint.
we had to
Nothing
take
was
a
said.
quick break. but-
Nothing was said.
Yeah, we won't name anyone. But
Drop it in the take a guess in the comments down below.
Yeah, please take a guess
Don't forget to click the little bell icon and like and subscribe.
for Skibbity.
Please blur
Shut
my
up.
face.
Whoever comments the number between 1 and 10 that I'm thinking of, I will send you Gabe's personal phone number and address.
I don't think you'll ever look at the comments.
Okay, go ahead and cut that.
Yeah, okay.
Doxing people now.
We're gonna give a fake Roblox information.
I just don't want them to get the facial ID working on me when I go into the Walmart.
It already is.
How do you think they caught Luigi Mangione? Yeah.
You know what we need? Look, hang on. So we got.
We are
Luigi-
so off
We got
topic.
Luigi Mangione.
We are
right?
not back.
We need Mario Mangione.
Yes.
What about Wario and Waluigi Mangione?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please.
There's a tongue twister, Waluigi Mangione.
Could
We
you
already
make
got
it?
them.
Making light of this
Genuine
criminal. I just
Mario
don't go
Kart
for
Wii.
it.
That'd be intense. That'd be like the first Nintendo
Well,
Switch M-rated game.
Make it happen.
I'm not good at this kind of
No. Don't mention anybody whose last name ends with a vowel. It's against the Italian Anti-Defamation League.
stuff. M does not start with a vowel.
Laugh and see what
The
she says.
the ADL is Italian? I thought there was another group.
I
of
actually
guys.
really have to go to the
don't know.
bathroom.
I thought all right, maybe we cut that previous 3 minutes and we go back in here.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Action.
Okay, we are officially back. Thank you, Nick.
He's Italian. What are you talking about?
He's not Italian. He's
I'm
Irish.
Italian.
He is Italian.
He
I'm
doesn't
related
have
to
a
Johnny
lick of
Scenero.
Italian in him.
It doesn't
I've got a
matter.
quarter. I've got a
No,
quarter.
not even a pinch.
I've got a quarter. You don't know. You weren't there. No, but seriously.
That boy's got marinara in his veins.
Marinara and
Yeah, from
potatoes
eating it.
the motherland, Ireland.
All right,
We'll go a little bit of both.
Ready? Sorry, and we're back.
Hey, this is the Nick show, guys.
I think we've started like 4 times
Okay, yeah, but
already.
here we go.
I think we've
So
started.
Whose take is it now?
So
Is
we're
it Nick?
continuing with our thoughts about Marvel and DC.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. As someone who's not super acquainted with either universe, do the Robert Pattinson Batman movies fall into the extended DC universe?
I will say I saw something that said that they weren't going to make that part of the canon DCEU, but I don't know if that's for sure.
They're gonna ruin everything.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want, you ain't getting it. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
You're getting 2 movies, and then they're killing it, and they're gonna reboot.
Dang it.
Every single universe.
Take that and use it 7 times in the podcast.
Whatever it is you want, you ain't getting it. Don't worry about it. You're getting 2 movies, and then they're killing it, and they're gonna reboot.
Take what?
What he just said.
Yep.
You know, repeat that 7
If they
times.
throw in there any place you want to rebuttal, put that in.
I don't even remember what I said.
Okay.
Me neither.
Okay, I don't.
I wasn't listening when you
Classic,
said it.
man. It's classic, Gabe. Capture that.
Clip
use
that.
It again.
Clip
and
it.
Again and again and again.
Something about I'm never getting what I want
Every
ever
time there's
again.
anything to argue about, put that in there.
Just put his
Did y'all-
clip
did y'all
over
like
his face.
the-
And he'll say, that ain't happening. And he'll say all that.
Did y'all like the Robert Pattinson Batman movies?
I thought it was good.
I liked it.
I thought it was so good. All right.
All right, hey,
That's,
okay,
That's
okay.
our time.
No,
Right.
hold on.
See you next time.
So we've
folks.
talked a lot about DC. So let's go ahead and what is y'all's perspective on what is Doomsday and Secret Wars going to be? Because honestly, in my opinion, I think this is the last opportunity. Otherwise, if these movies do really bad, because they got the Russo brothers coming back as well, if these 2 movies are bad, Marvel is pretty much done, in my opinion.
There is in the comics and in the animated Avengers series that I've watched an arc that I think goes beyond the whole Infinity War that is as large of an arc where there's 2 warring alien races in the Earth's future. I believe it's the
Kree and the Skrull?
the Kree and the
The Skrull, yeah.
scroll. And so one of them has conquered the Earth 1,000 years in our future or something, and now they're warring with this other intergalactic superpower, and it ultimately results in the destruction of the Earth. And so, is it the Kree or the Skrull? They go back in time. Essentially, Captain America is the linchpin of this whole deal. He is some sort of.
I know what you're talking about.
Because-
Kang the
Not
Conqueror had
he-
something to do with that.
Because he has like that. He has one stone that he goes back in time, but he's like the protector of that stone.
I will say, what? Did you get that from an animated series?
Yes.
I know what series you're talking about. That has to do with Kang the Conqueror.
Yes.
Yeah, so he
And
goes back in time after figuring out
because he
why
lost
his whole
his family. This
Yeah,
is-
his whole timeline got wiped out because Captain America was a time anomaly. He
Right.
wasn't supposed to be there.
And so, because of that,
Shout out Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers. Good show. You should go watch it.
great show. I think it was like 10 years ago when I watched it.
Yeah.
In the series, the A team, the A string Avengers,
sunburned.
Yeah.
they all get incapacitated, and they have to bring in the B string
East
Avengers.
Texas.
So the B string Avengers is Wolverine, Spider-Man,
War
The
Machine.
Thing, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and there was I think one more.
War
Skibbity
Machine.
toilet.
War Machine.
War Machine.
Skibbity Fortnite.
Iron Fist is like Iron Man, but he can only afford the one piece of equipment.
Do you think
Iron Hand.
No, it's,
Pew,
it's,
pew.
it's like an ancient Chinese martial art that he's
Oh.
imbued with some sort of
What's his
magic
real
power.
name?
Danny
Be careful
something.
here. Tread lightly.
Danny Rand.
Disappoint-
Where did he
Not
run?
what we were hoping for.
He's a billionaire type guy
he is the
that has
No.
rejected the money, and he lives in a simple dojo and
awesome.
and he goes to foreign parts and tries to take over and get into this mysticism and this Oriental stuff and this martial arts and all, and it's all really paper thin.
Oh, okay.
Paper thin.
But-
I think
So where were we going?
Well, but speaking-
bringing that into Doomsday.
we're talking about the future of Marvel.
Yeah.
I hope if this you were asking what Doomsday may be about.
And Secret Wars, like, what are these? They
I hope
have to
it's-
be good.
I hope it's
because
leading. I hope it's leading up to the next epic arc.
because
Yeah.
they're gonna. Well, after
Well, that was the original plan before the actor who plays Kang got in some trouble. They're
It was
trying to bring
because-
him back.
Because it's supposed to
But-
be. It wasn't supposed to be Doomsday. It was supposed to be the King
It
Dynasty.
was supposed to be Kang Dynasty. He got
Going
in some
into
legal
se-
trouble. They had to change it.
Marvel
That's really
slips one more cog.
It's really disrespectful.
Or one more step on the ladder. They're going to be bringing in Scooby Doo.
I don't-
There's probably a universe where Scooby Doo
Speaking
exists.
of Iron Fist and billionaires, there is one billionaire that's been in the news a lot recently. If we want to kind of unpack everybody's opinions on that.
Hey, right before.
Billionaires are
Wait,
so
wait, wait.
common now. Who could you be talking about?
Okay, right before we do that, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back into this.
We're back, and one of the things we will not be discussing today is the fall of Constantinople in 1453.
We will not be talking about that.
Not at all.
No.
The modern city of Istanbul will not be a topic.
That's
Moving forward.
okay. Well, I don't know what to go for 1453,
Well, okay, so essentially,
back to what you were
essentially the
saying.
Ottoman Turks had outsourced all their administrative work to a group of people that they were subjugating that had no interest or stake in the success or perpetuation of the Ottoman Turk Empire. They rose up and slew them. Fast forward to modern times, and you look at how we have outsourced everything to everywhere. It's just another fall of a Roman Empire again. So it's the parallel
The
of
sequel.
how the U.S.
I don't
our
see it
empire-
that way.
Yeah,
I think we've
unfortunately.
outsourced so much that we lack the competency to run it without them.
To quote Tom Bragg,
And now
we're not
by-
going to
now
talk
by
about
cutting
the fall of
bureaucracy
Constantinople.
and upsetting the bureaucrats, now we're going to see our country fall in a fiery blaze.
Get the marshmallows.
Oh no!
oh no!
Oh no! This is a great country. We're not done yet.
I didn't say anything bad about it.
We're not done yet.
I'm just talking.
So anyway,
We
back
gotta go to
to
Barnes
Avengers.
first.
I'm gonna go off of what Baron was saying. He said something about the Kang Dynasty,
The guy who.
but
who's in-
just to talk about the movies themselves. Yeah, we were supposed to get Kang the Conqueror. Like I said, legal trouble had to flip the script. They are planning to bring him back. I saw something about they're gonna make him a Beyonder variant.
Yeah,
If you don't
speaking
know
of
about the
cancel
Beyonder-
culture,
well, I don't think we can get into that.
Shout out
so,
Tom Bragg. But anyway,
you want to tag team in on that?
No.
Okay.
but as far as the next upcoming movies, I think whether they be successful or a flop, I think Marvel has ran themselves into a bit of a dead end because, like, we're talking
think
about
they've gone
something that's
desperate.
supposed. They've got something that's supposed to be bigger than Infinity War and Endgame, which you wouldn't think you should be able to top something like that. They already tried to with all the multiversal saga stuff, and now they're trying to bring in this big cosmic entity type stuff to try and top what they've already done. And they really will leave themselves nowhere to go because it feels like even Infinity War builds up to this
My
moment.
question is it nowhere to go because now it is over the ability of the audience to consume this vast story? Or is it because it's so over the top and so out of touch with the reality that nobody's really going to consider it?
I think it's a little bit of a mix of both, actually, because, like I said, they tried to do too much with the multiversal saga. There's too much to do with it, infinite possibilities, and they tried to narrow it down and make it consumable.
So maybe if we just had a home-built, close-to-the-people hero, a man or woman or
friendly
creature
neighborhood
of
Spider-Man?
the people that can actually
Some kind of
relate to
Fantastic
the
Four.
rank and file. You know, a great unwashed hero.
Call back.
Well, I hope he's not
can
unwashed.
relate
I'd
to
like
the
my
great
hero to be.
unwashed
I'd like my
masses,
hero to have
bro.
good
Like
hygiene.
Walmart.
What?
What?
You said the unwashed masses. It's like going to Walmart.
No, it's that is.
We're talking about.
I'm speaking.
Oh no!
He said
Man, we're off the rails again.
Let's just
Twofer,
stop.
baby.
Let's just go back to
That
the
was
rest.
misconstrued. It was simple word association.
Let's
This
don't
is
talk about the
misconstrued.
rest.
You know what?
You
Just-
owe the viewers an apology.
Hey, I'm just for that. I'm gonna.
Jamie, can we cut that?
Let the rest alone.
Can we?
Dennis,
can we
Dennis,
Can you
are you
come
gonna
up?
make
Can you look that
Oh.
up for me, Janie?
Fact check that for me,
Nothing
Jamie.
about
All
the
right.
rest.
So anyway,
Bro.
what I was saying is they're.
You're
I
gonna
feel like
you're
they're
gonna
kind of
say this, and when you say it, it's just gonna be a giant right in the middle.
a little
of your
censor bar
talking.
over his mouth.
Yeah, black
Briar
bar.
Bond's gonna come up to me again and say, "What did you say?" Like the George Bush clip last time.
But anyway, like, never mind. Never
And
mind.
when
I
you-
wasn't saying
when you do
anything.
that, when you blip out those words, go back to when Barrett's doing that. It ain't going to
Whatever it is you want, you ain't getting it. Don't worry about it. You're getting 2 movies, and then they're killing it, and they're going to reboot.
Puts his face over. We're not.
It's just like the Janissaries.
I want that to be in there at least 4 times.
Whatever it is you want, you ain't getting it. Don't worry about it. You're getting 2 movies, and then they're killing it, and they're going to reboot. I'm sorry. I'll try to be a little more reserved.
No,
I know. No, you don't have
There's
to.
no
This is
point.
great.
It's no use at this
not
point.
in you.
It does seem like
It's not in you. You can't stop it. The unspoken word is too
You're a
powerful.
brag. You can't control it.
If your mouth doesn't open, your head will explode.
Wow.
Embrace your culture.
It does seem like we're coming to a pretty natural stopping point in the conversation here. If we want
Kind of like how the
But you know
Marvel
what?
Universe is coming to a stop with
If
the
we wanna-
Doomsday and Secret
Hey, you
Wars
know what?
movie.
you want to move to part 2?
Yeah, I was gonna say to end off part 1 real quick. Give your final thoughts. Will you think Marvel and DC going forward will be in a good spot in the next coming years? You go
Yes.
first. Yes. Do you think?
I won't watch it whether it's good or bad.
You know what? That's a
probably.
valid opinion. So, what do you think?
Enough said. What about you?
Time's up.
I'll let you think, Nate. What do you?
I think for DC, they're going in the right direction. Could be something good. I think for Marvel, they're kind of hitting a dead end. They might be looking at a reboot.
In my opinion, right before you give yours, I think DC. I think they can come out with really good quality content again, good movies stuff. Hopefully they do get the ratings back up again. I think with the new Batman movies, they are doing it, and the star of the Batman movies have been coming out saying we want the second one to come out. So hopefully they do. And with Marvel, I think this is the last resort because they're bringing in Robert Downey Jr. again to play Doctor Doom. And if these 2 movies flop,
Doom.
which I don't think they will because it's 2 big, huge movies come up. But even though if they get a lot of support and money that they gross all over the world, I still think if they're bad, it's still gonna cause Marvel to like you said, do a complete reboot and completely refresh and be years down the line of like coming out with another new film.
Because like even
I
if
don't like James Gunn's hair. He needs to shave that bouffant off the top of his head and get rid of those ridiculous
Bouffant, another one.
glasses.
Buffon,
No
I got
more
you. I got
Buffon.
you.
Hey,
I would like just
Buffant, Buffon.
As someone who
get
furnishes
it right?
clothing to my dogs, I would like to know when
take it.
Chewy.com or somebody is going to get the new Crypto Super Dog cape so that I can put those on my animals.
okay, well,
can definitely get those on Temu.
I think after talking about some dog food, I think we could go ahead and call this part 1. So if you want to stay tuned for part 2, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications. The part 2 is going to be even better than part 1.
It would have to be.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
And we will see y'all in
Oh, I
part
realized I
2.
didn't look at the camera. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Keep it right up above.